I'm Terry Arneson, and my informative speech is going to be on team roping. The basics of team roping, pretty simple for the most part. You have a header, a heeler, a steer that they are trying to rope and capture. There's a lot of moving parts going on, a lot of things that are happening in team roping, because each guy has a rope, you have a steer, both guys have a horse. So you got, usually you got, 2, 4, 5 brains going per run. That's a lot of different decisions that can be made, a lot of different things that can happen. Goal is for the header to rope the steer around the horns, turn the steer to the left, let the heeler come in from the backside, rope 2 feet. Both are dallied when the ropes come tight. That's when you get flagged. Stop the time. For the most part, that's the basics of team roping. We'll start to go a little more in depth here. We'll start with the header. As you can see, this right here is the header. He starts on the left side of the steer. His main goal, like I said, rope steer on the horns. Get the steer caught, turning left, let the heeler come around and do his job. That's the main point of the header, is to rope the steer first and give the heeler a chance. This here is the heeler. As you can see right here, it's a little hard to see with the lighting in here. He's getting roped by 2 feet right here. He's starting to dally. The heeler, his job, you start on the right side of the steer. As soon as the header ropes him, the heeler will come around there and do his best to rope the steer by 2 feet as fast as possible. The heeler also has a job to haze, and hazing is when you just kind of try to keep that steer going straight for your header, so it's easier to rope. Other than that, the heeler, his main goal is just stop the time. He's the finisher. The header, he's the quarterback. He starts the run. The heeler, he's the finisher. We'll go into the horses here now. For those of you who don't know, you might think, well, it's just roping. I mean, you might just need a horse and a guy and a rope. Well, there is some facts behind it, and there are differences in the two horses. The head horse, as you can see here, is they're usually a little bit bigger than the heel horses, and they're pretty strong, and their main moves needs to be able to run fast and turn left real smooth and be strong enough to pull that steer across the pen. Then the heel horse, as you can see here on the bottom, their job, they're usually a little shorter. Not always, but sometimes they're a little smaller than the head horse. Their main job is to be quick-footed, fast, so they can run out around the steer, keep him straight, turn in on the corner, and come across the arena, and then be able to stop nice and smooth and hard. Allow the heeler to get separation, rope 2 feet like this man does right here, and then be able to dally and take the jerk and stop the steer. Horsepower, it is overlooked in the sport of team roping. It is amazing how much horsepower can affect the sport and how much it can affect each and every run. Some of the rules. The first rule encountered in team roping is the barrier. The barrier is only the header's problem. It's on the left-hand side. It's in the header's box where he comes out. This picture does a great job showing you where the barrier is. It is a rope that runs across the front of the header. It is also connected to the steer. So the point is to allow the steer to get a head start here. And just so the header has to sit there, and we call it scoring. That's allowing that steer to get to a point where he has a head start, and you can leave the box without breaking this. If the header leaves before the steer and breaks that barrier, it's a 10-second penalty. Next, we got the head catches, and the header's job, roping the steer and turning him. There's a lot of different ways it can happen, but there's 3 main head catches: slick horns, half head, and a neck. They're all pretty simple. Slick horns, you're roping just around the horns. A neck is you get the whole neck shot, and a half head is where you get a nose and 1 horn, and that's about as simple as it can get. If you have more or less or something other than them 3 right there, is a no time. Illegal head catch. Heeling. Heeling pretty simple. You want to rope 2 feet. If you only rope 1 foot, you come around there, it's a 5-second penalty. If you only get 1 leg, that's a 5-second penalty. Conclusion here, team roping. It's got many moving parts. There's a lot of skills that are needed to do this event. There's so many parts of this going on. There's more than expected. You look at it and you think, oh, that might be kind of simple. There's always more going on. I mean, it's hard to imagine going through all of this, and if you miss one step, you're off a beat, and that could cost you. It's a game of seconds. The pros rope him right here. He's got it on the steer's head at 0.0 seconds. So that is team roping, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.